Okay, good evening, it's Tony Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date is the 5th of January 2021 and we're reviewing some footage from the Cheshire investigation dated the 27th of the 12th 2020. This is 2 minutes past 7 in the morning. This is one of three that's been sent in from the business owner during the day. This is what we call the window cam, and it's like an alcove that juts out from the first floor. This is the ground floor and the camera is on the first floor there. It's in complete darkness because all the lights are off and no one's actually in the building. Unusually, it's come from this camera. As a reminder for those that are following this investigation, to actually get into the top floor, the first floor, and into the main room where this camera is positioned, you have to pass a camera on the top of the hallway, another camera in the actual hallway itself, and then 3 cameras which are now in the main office, 2 in the windows, this one looking to the rear of the building. This is like a bit of a wood here, a grassed area, and then the other camera is facing the front, which is the car parked area. So I'm comfortable that no one's in the property, and looking at that there, we're dealing with some sort of unexplained noise again, particularly when it's always between 2 to 3 seconds. What triggers a camera if it's a visual or an audible event, the camera picks up a couple of seconds before and then about 57 seconds after. So all the videos carry on to about 1 minute. You'll also note here again, and I have reminded viewers about this before, the actual audio itself, if you look there, is around about just under half it's actually about a second out. This is called latency. This is where the actual synchronization between the video and the audio is out by a second. It's just down to the processor speed, really, the cameras. Doesn't really affect the vast majority of captures unless you're investigating, for example, a ball fall. If you see something, an object coming off the table onto the floor, take into account that it's out of cinch by about a minute, which is, if that's the case, what you'd probably do is just get all the audio. Oops, let's go back, just unlink this a second. You get the audio and you put it a second forward, and normally that'll bring it approximately into cinch. If it's still not quite right, you can do some fine tuning. So that's the reason why the video is about a second longer than the actual audio. Something you just got to be aware of when you're dealing with this type of Wi-Fi camera. Right, so let's see how we get with this one. We're going to hear a noise. Once we go past it, I'll stop it and turn up the volume. I don't want to turn it up too early because that looks relatively loud. And loud it is. It's got quite a metallic-y sound to it as well. Not too sure why. Right, what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn the volume up. Don't get many off this particular camera. I think this is only about the second or third one I've done. So let's see how this behaves. Get ready for the big bang. Does that sound like a voice? Does that sound like a voice? Gotta be so careful. There's difficulty with random data. Pareidolia can kick in, and some obscure sound can suddenly sound a bit like a voice. I'm just going to take some of this bass frequency out. Sort of voice frequency that. For the maximum, yes. Because I've introduced so much background noise, it's going to distort the EQ. So what I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to turn it back. So we'll just get rid of it. Certainly reflective. I think the best way we could deal with this is it's really difficult to. We can actually see the frequency, which is about 600, 700 and 900. So also the question, if you want to enhance it, you can just start to lift these frequencies up, and you'll start to notice that you'll begin to hear them a bit better. Yeah, it's quite difficult to get that any better. It's got this other frequency as well. I'm not sure how that is in context with that loud rap sound that we get. Let's just turn that down to normal volume. Let's see what we get frequency with that. Oops. Let's take it off there for a second. Yeah. A hell of a lot of resonance with that. Just take an average reading. It's 7 AM, the 27th. So look what day that would be. It's a Sunday, 7 o'clock in the morning. could again, one of the things we've been debating is, I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. There were predominantly two rooms which we're interested in. One is this room, which is what we call the main office, and the other big room, which is what we call the empty office. So if you're following this case carefully, you would have seen references made to either the main office or the empty office. The empty office is 55 foot long by 35 foot wide, open plan, no attic space, no ceiling of any description, straight onto the roof area. The entry office is about a quarter of that size, so the main office is about a quarter of that size, with a false ceiling, fully insulated, with pictures up, furniture, that type of thing. That room, the smaller room, will cool down and heat up much faster. So if we presume that the heating's come on, I don't know, 7 o'clock, because we're dealing with a capture which is, oops, wrong one, 2 minutes past 7 in the morning. The building's slowly, is cool, is warming back up again. It's going to expand, and that sounds very metallically. Radiator, that type of thing. I think is relatively close to a radiator. The valve opening, that sense. So I'm pretty confident saying that will have a rational explanation. So what I'll do is get past it a second so I don't blow your ears off. I'm going to turn it back up. I'm just going to take some of the little bit of the, I'll take 4 or 5 bands out of it. Well, actually take them all to 80 years. Nothing in there that we're going to be interested in. I will note that down as a sound, although it's very difficult to tell if it's a voice or something else. Okay, just past halfway. The whole intention with this investigation is to find out what's causing these sounds. Okay. Right. So what we've got there really is just the one. One capture, which is that thud, which I'm pretty certain is going to have a rational explanation, because we certainly didn't have these before. We used to have investigation about May time, in the midst of the summer now, quite warm, throws of winter now, things heat up as well as cool down. So we're in early in the morning, we're going to get noises, I suppose, as well as late at night when the building's cooling back down, when the central heating systems switch back off again. So, okay, we'll have a rational explanation of that. Okay, just a question of reporting it. We'll keep in the screenshot of the frequency, so we've got something to compare to if we hear them again. There's nothing else that's with it. It's such that that gives us any more information as to what that could be. So just a case of reporting. Okay, see you on the next video.